So you've been collecting more books, more information, more courses, more opinions, more everything, right? And still somehow feel unclear? The problem isn't that you don't know enough. The problem is that you can't hear what you already know. This video is a reset, not just for your mind, but for your trading identity. Because once you understand that stillness is the real edge, you'll stop chasing noise and start moving with precision. Let's get into it. Information overload is the modern day trader's addiction. We live in a world where more information feels like more power. More YouTube video breakdowns, more Discord groups, more back testing. We consume 10 gigabytes a day of probably information and we still somehow feel unclear, right? Why? Because information without integration becomes confusion. You're trying to fix hesitation with more input, but input isn't the problem. Stillness is. The truth is, you probably already know your best setups. Like, you've seen them work, but the problem is you keep second guessing them, not because of your strategy or your edge, but because how cluttered your head is. Stillness isn't passive. It's not laziness. It's strategic emptiness. It's how elite traders reset their nervous system before every single session. Because clarity doesn't scream, it whispers, and you can only hear it when everything else is quiet. Every trader has a noise threshold. Here's something nobody tells you. Every trader has a threshold, a limit, a point where too much mental input turns into emotional instability. Now, for everybody, it's different. It could be, for this person, 5 different indicators on their screen, or it could be, for you, it could be back-to-back losses, right? Somebody, it could be scrolling on Instagram before their trade, and that messes up their psychology. Some people love their quietness, and it could be somebody, talking, and that messes up their stillness and their peace, right? So whatever it is, once you cross that noise threshold, your edge is gone. You're out of the zone and you're not trading anymore. You're reacting. You're leaking energy. And what you're going to be doing, you're going to be justifying the bad entries you make. And you're going to start blaming the market for what your mind created, not the market. The best traders don't just manage risk. What they're managing is their internal bandwidth. They know when to say, hey man, I've seen enough. I've done enough for today. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna just wait. That's discipline. Knowing when to stop thinking is what most traders never develop. And that's why most traders don't see profitability. Not because they're not good enough, but because they haven't realized how to stay away more than do too much sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Now keep in mind, the wisdom is already inside of you. You ever notice how some of your best trades, your cleanest trades came from a time where you weren't trying so hard, where it was just like, it wasn't no analysis paralysis, it wasn't no information overload, it was just straight presence, simplicity, and you was just in the flow state, right? That was not luck. That was a glimpse of what happens when you get out of your own way. The wisdom that you're looking for isn't in another podcast. The wisdom that you're looking for is already inside of your body. It's inside of your repetition system. It's inside of your memory. It's in the silent decisions that you already rehearsed 1,000 times, yo. But you gotta be still enough to access it. Silence, low-key, is a trading strategy if you think about it. And I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna potentially help rewire your entire game. Stillness is not a break from trading. Stillness is trading. When you're still, bro, you're calibrating. You're syncing up with the rhythm of the market. And you're not chasing it. You're kind of letting your setups come to you. That's how snipers move, and that's how elite traders move. They don't react, they wait. And when the time is right, they strike, and it's not rushed. When they do strike, it's precise, clean, and it's quiet, right? This is why monk-like traders dominate. Not because they know more, but because they know when to act. They know that restraint is power, and that clarity isn't gained by adding, it's gained through subtracting less. You know what I'm saying? Less is more, right? You've heard that saying, and it applies to trading. It works well in that field. Let's talk about the ritual of stillness. Let me give you something practical. Like every morning before you trade, you can do this. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. No charts, no phone, no nothing, none of that. Leave all that alone. Just you. I want you to just observe your breath, your internal state. Sit still for a second. This sounds cliche and basic. Yeah, I know, and kind of corny, right? But it's reprogramming your entire nervous system. It's teaching your body how to regulate itself without needing to fidget, scroll, and react all the time. Because most traders don't lose from bad entries. They lose from unprocessed emotion within their own nervous system. This stillness ritual clears the fog before you touch the charts. So you're not trading with anxiety. You're not trading from a place of your own insecurity, right? And you're not just carrying yesterday's loss into today's trade. At this point in your journey, you don't need more. You need to trust what you already know, what's already there. The setups, they valid. Your rules are enough, and your system may just work if you let it. But it only works when you're still enough to follow it. When you stop looking for a new strategy, a new edge every day, every 48 hours, you know what I'm saying? Every week. It's nothing wrong with being a student to the game, but at some point you gotta lock in and start trading like a professional. Stillness is how you step into that identity, not through noise, not through more inputs, but through quiet, focused, strategic presence. The next time you're in that information overload zone, whatever it may be, stop, close the tab, step away, breathe, and ask yourself, what do I already know from my own personal journey, what I already got? What do I know, and act from that space? Don't act from a space where it's noise, because that is going to disrupt your trading. You want to be still when you step to the chart, because that's going to affect you. All right, y'all. So if this video helped you ground a bit and helped you recalibrate, do me a favor. I want you to drop in the comments what you're going to be letting go of this week. Is it going to be over analysis? You know what I'm saying? Endless back testing, staring at your phone till your eyes hurting, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You laying in the bed when pop, drop that thing in your head. You ever did that? Yeah. A real trader know about that one, bro. But anyway, bro, whatever that thing may be for you, I want you to drop it down in the comments. And after that, write it down. Say it out loud. You got to declare it. And then come back to this video anytime your mind starts sprinting. Because what that'll do, that'll help remind you that you don't need more information. You need more stillness. I'll see you in the next one.